America's 52 Stories, with life lessons for personal growth.
He was a leader who accomplished so much in so little time, yet there was so little written about him. Like so many who survived to fight another battle, he was a stealth commander, which means he did not make himself a target on a horse, did not make a famous statement, did not lead a celebrated charge, did not have a high casualty rate, and by the medical standards of the day, he was an old man at the age of 62. Mature enough to avoid the seductions of glory, he met none of the standard requirements for special recognition or fame. As luck would have it, an unexplainable omission of his name from his superior's official report of the battle guaranteed George Greene would be unknown to the history of Gettysburg for at least 140 years. On July 2nd, Greene calmly instructed his men on how to prepare for a headlong attack. He had them cut down trees and build walls for defense, even though no enemy was in sight. There was no clear indication early that day that a fight was going to take place at his location. But Greene was the walking and talking embodiment of the Boy Scout motto, "Be prepared." Late in the day, the battle for Culp's Hill began, and Greene found himself outnumbered 5-1. But he was well dug in and ready to meet overpowering odds. Part of his strategy was to keep his regiments rotated to ensure an ample supply of ammunition and to minimize fatigue. After the battle, he remarked,
"The value of this defense was shown in our subsequent operations by our small loss compared with that of a vastly superior force."
He succeeded in keeping his cool, keeping the hill, and keeping a low profile. One officer later declared that Greene, by his resistance against overwhelming odds, saved the army. Unlike some generals who sought a high profile for heroism, whether they were real or alleged, Greene never uttered a word of complaint about not receiving his due credit. What mattered was that he did his duty, finished his job, and had the satisfaction of giving credit not to himself, but to his men. One of the last remarks in his official report of the battle was characteristic.
"My thanks are due for the gallantry and great activity during this contest, as at all other times."
Greene has the post-war distinction of being Gettysburg's only officer to be buried in his home state of Rhode Island under a 2-ton rock from Culp's Hill. Success is in the preparation. Greene instructs us to prepare for the expected and the unexpected. To prepare is to influence yourself and others on achieving a favorable outcome in any endeavor. Conversely, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Satisfaction comes from within. Deriving satisfaction from what you finish does not require the whole world to know about it. This is how Greene approached his duties. If you think the rest of the world does not notice what you accomplish, think again. Your actions may not be recognized with a trophy, a congratulatory memo, or a luncheon of tribute, but you will influence people who will copy the good that you do. Right now, every student has the right to be thinking, what do I do with this information? Let's start by asking these questions, and you can provide your own answer.